Peacock fuels your true crime obsession with exclusive new originals like John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise.
He said to me, clowns can get away with murder.
Dr. Death, the undoctored story.
This guy's dangerous.
And Epstein's shadow, Ghislaine Maxwell.
She inherited Jeffrey Epstein's secrets.
There was this whole other world going on.
Plus the most bingeable crime series, Buried in the Backyard and Snapped. And with the Dateline 24/7 channel that's always on.
Did you want her dead?
You can't not obsess. Sign up now at peacocktv.com.
Ever wanted to break out of your cubicle and into a business where you can call the shots? You Break iFix is looking for passionate self-starters interested in a franchise opportunity in the booming electronics repair industry. At You Break iFix, we help reconnect people to the devices that they rely on so that they can get back to what matters most. This is a big responsibility, and from the moment you join our family, our franchisees are provided with the resources and support to bring affordable and convenient electronics repair to your community. Did we mention that with amazing partners like Samsung and Google, You Break iFix franchisees also have access to the highest quality parts and personalized training out there, as well as specialized tools? It's true. And it's also easy to visit youbreakifix.com/franchising and learn more about your big break at your very own You Break iFix.
Kelly Raspberry speaks the truth, even if it's hard to hear.
You can't drink like that and stay up all night and hang out in bars like that and expect to look like a spring chicken owl. How am I supposed to fix that mess?
But helping Big Al would be a difficult task for anyone.
I have to tell you how I ended up with dog poop on my ear.
Hear more than maybe you want to every morning on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Real quick, before we get to the Showbiz Top 5, I know we have Alan, who mispronounces milk and says milk.
Yes.
Ew. Then we have Nick Adams, producer Nick, who says pillow instead of pillow. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to be added to that list, I think, from the text. Anyone else notice JC says pistachios weird? LOL. Pistachios.
How'd you say it?
Pistachio.
Pistachios. I might have said it.
People say pistachios, maybe.
Pistachios.
I don't know.
Now I'm.
I didn't think anything.
I think
I'm
you're putting an
overthinking
S in front of it.
Pistachio.
Pistachio. Is it pistachio, not pistachio?
Pistachio.
How else would you pronounce these now?
Pistachio.
You're giving a little too much to the front syllable.
Pistachio.
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 Do an accent. Pistachio.
Pistachio. Pistachios. See, now I'm going to overthink it. Now every time I'm going to stop ordering my pistachio ice cream because I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Maybe the P is silent, like in psychology. It's just supposed to be
Pistachio?
Pistachio.
I got a cousin named Pistachio.
That's fair.
All right. All right, let's get to the Showbiz Top 5, Kid Nation, this morning, sponsored by ZipRecruiter.
Hiring can be stressful. You know, it's really a big responsibility and just downright hard to find that right person with the right skills. Then going through all of the resumes sitting on your desk, a.k.a. your kitchen table. Wouldn't it be great if there was an easier way? Well, there actually is. ZipRecruiter.com/kid. Let me tell you what ZipRecruiter does. First, to get your position out there for the most exposure possible, they post your job to over 100 of the top job boards. Then, that's when the real fun starts. They have a matching technology that matches the most qualified people with the right skills to you and your position and invites those people to apply. And before you know it, typically in about a day, you have qualified candidates right there sitting in your inbox. I know ZipRecruiter works because I have used them for my company, and I would love it if you tried them out too. I think you will really like your results. And ZipRecruiter does help you find that needle in the proverbial haystack. You can try them out for free right now. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/kid. ZipRecruiter.com/KIDD. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire.
Number 5.
Even though there was a survey that showed Peeps are the least favorite Easter candy,
Yeah.
over 2 billion of them are sold every year, and over 70% of those sales come at Easter.
Wow.
They are pretty cute.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, somebody needs to make a movie about them, right?
No.
Actually, back in 2014, somebody was working on Peeps, the movie, but for whatever reason, nothing came of it. However, a new Peeps movie is in development. It's described as a cross between Trolls and Smurfs. And the storyline is about a ragtag group of peeps who set out on this cross-country journey to attend Peeps Fest, an annual celebration in Pennsylvania.
Do they have a peep show?
Nice.
See? Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking.
Is there a Peeps named Tom? Peep
Yeah.
You never know. But
What
this is
about
still in
Pete
development.
Davidson?
You know what? Get your ideas in. These are great.
How about Peeps in the
Still in
Hood?
development. You can get credit.
Peep Davidson is so good.
Peeps Davidson. They did have. Hold on, my kids did get some Peeps this year, and they were the chocolate covered ones. So at the top, they were still the peep, regular looking Peep, but the bottom part of them, one was chocolate covered, and the other one was white chocolate covered, and those were actually not half bad.
Just like chocolate and marshmallow.
The
Sounds
chocolate half was
delicious.
good.
Yeah, the chocolate was good. The Peeps
How about
still
one? How
sucks.
about one about livestock and call it Little Bo Peep?
See? Keep those ideas coming, but
You got it.
another time, maybe you can, submit. I don't know where you could submit them, but let's look that up. All right, so the People magazine, yeah.
People who need people. Oh.
And the Peeps that sold the most with their NFT, people.
Okay, we're done with this. I don't want to hear another
We're reaching
peep.
now.
So a couple weeks ago, Jimmy Fallon had Addison Rae on his show. She was performing her single "Obsessed." Does anybody like that? You think she has a great future?
It's not bad. It's not
bad?
the greatest. It's not the worst.
She also taught him the steps to 8 different viral TikTok dances. What could possibly go wrong? Well, they were both blasted for not giving credit to the TikTokers who actually created those dancers. So Jimmy's now tried to make it right. He invited the actual creators of those dances to come on his show, and they had their own moment in the spotlight. He introduced Maya Nicole Johnson. You might not know them by their real names. You might just know them by their TikTok handles. But Maya Nicole Johnson, Chris Cotter, Dorian Scott, Verquan Powell, Kamira, I think, Franklin, Adam Snyder, Nate Nail, Greg Dahl, Kira Wilson. They all talked about how their dances went viral in the first place and then got to perform them.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So it did right. Yeah. So should celebrities become politicians?
Number 3.
No.
Why not? We've had some very successful runs. Why should you be pigeonholed?
Reagan was an actor, wasn't he?
Reagan was an actor, became the governor of California, then President Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, yeah.
There's been a lot of celebrities. You don't necessarily have to be actors. You could be famous for whatever reason, right? Well, according to a new survey of more than 30,000 American adults, 63% say Hollywood stars could make good politicians with the right attitude and support staff. Matthew McConaughey, he's thinking about running for governor of Texas. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, says he's not ruling out a run for president.
That's what his show's about. The Young Rock. He is. Yeah. It's him in the future in 2032 doing his presidential candidacy, and that's what it's about. So
and let's
maybe
just be honest.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, there's a lot of showbiz in politics. It's a very sexy kind of thing. There's a lot of, you have to have that charisma and stuff, that X factor, right? And 58%. The people in this poll said they would support Matthew and Dwayne. They'd support them. 29% would vote for both guys. Let's break it down. 29 said they would vote for both. 17 for The Rock. 12% for Matthew, but not The Rock.
I mean, I need to see what their policies are and like what they're trying to do. Not just
Here's some presidential trivia I found out Monday.
Okay.
The 7th inning stretch was created by a president that was tall. I can't remember his name, but he
Lincoln.
was tall, and he wanted to stretch after the 7th inning, and they started calling it the 7th inning stretch.
That's cool.
Really?
God, I hope that's right because I didn't verify it, but somebody told me.
I mean, that sounds right.
Well, just other celebrities that they asked about. Angelina Jolie, 30% said they'd like to see her run for president. 27% would support Oprah. 22% Tom Hanks. 21% Will Smith. George Clooney got 17%. Leonardo DiCaprio, 13%. 12% want to see President Dolly Parton.
Oh, yes, we do. Any on RuPaul?
No.
No, I don't see that. Harrison Ford, he played a president in a movie. It was really good. Remember when that plane fell out? The Air Force One fell apart, and he saved everything 10%. I think he'd be great. I could go on and on. I don't think Kanye's on here. No.
By the way, Al, you are correct. It was 1910 when President William Howard Taft went to Pittsburgh and went to the baseball game and stood up to stretch in the 7th inning, and the crowd, thinking the chief executive was about to leave, stood up out of respect for the office.
There you go.
Interesting.
There you go.
There you go. So Paris Hilton, she was back in Salt Lake City yesterday for a ceremonial bill signing of this new law that regulates treatment centers for troubled teens in Utah. Now, back in February, you may remember, Paris testified that when in the 1990s, when she was sent to Provo Canyon School to deal with her issues, she was a troubled teenager. She was subjected to physical, mental, and sexual abuse. She testified that staff members would beat her. They forced her to take pills. She didn't know what she was taking. They would watch her shower. They would send her to solitary confinement without clothes as punishment.
Whoa.
So many things,
That's
yes.
like prison.
She said she still suffers insomnia, and when she can sleep, she has terrible nightmares about it. So she was very proud yesterday to go back and be part of the signing of this new law to regulate the centers, because I think they needed to have some sort of specifics about what can and cannot be allowed when you're treating troubled teenagers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's also working closely with the Breaking Code Silence movement, which is made up of survivors who have been abused in these institutions. So good for her. She's using her celebrity for good, not necessarily running for office, but doing good things.
It's politics in a way that they're changing our country.
Yeah, right. All right, so let's get to the Bachelor talk. I know a lot of people are obsessed. Some people are like, move on, don't care. Well, we got a little scoop here, okay?
Okay.
So Matt James, the first Black Bachelor, was supposed to be an iconic season, overshadowed by so much controversy with not only the contestants, Queen Victoria, who was just a nightmare, and then Rachel Kirkconnell, the woman he, ended up picking, who had all this controversy over Southern plantation party she attended. Apparently, she also, some girls in high school accused her of making fun of them when they dated black guys, that she liked posts with, that had racial overtones and things to it. And she, these were things she did when she was a high school student and a college student. And even though she told, Matt, she's learned, she's grown, that she was, had racist behaviors, and now she knows better. Matt, after the final rose ceremony, seemed to kind of say, I can't do this, and apparently closed the door on that relationship. And she's like, you know what, I'm optimistic. I hope that in time things can work out. Well, Reality Steve, this is not spoilers when it doesn't involve, I can
taping.
report reality, taping stuff and spoilers. This isn't a spoiler, okay? But he said, it's been a while, but here's some news. Matt and Rachel, they're not over. They are currently in New York together, FYI.
What?
Really? Yes. And soon after that, there's this Instagram account. It's a gossip Instagram account called Dumois. They posted this anonymous tip that Rachel and Matt were in this Williamsburg neighborhood of New York City, and whoever sent them this, tip sent a blurry photo and says, it's kind of hard to make out, but says, this is Matt and Rachel. And they said, we turned around to follow them, and Matt tapped Rachel and pulled her back, and he was wearing sunglasses, a hat, and mask, so, trying to go incognito, but apparently they're at least talking.
That's good.
And that's a really positive sign. People were saying, they were blasting Matt, saying, if you really love someone, it's for better, for worse, and you help them, and was it true love, or was it just surface love? It just goes to show that this kind of love isn't real, because, well, maybe it was real, and maybe they're going to work it out.
Yeah. And you could tell he was pretty hard. He was really heartbroken in the final episode, and you could tell, like, the way he had his beard and everything, he just didn't seem like himself. He didn't have that glow.
Oh, yeah. And he's like we said, he took his Instagram down and came back. And if you looked at it, I haven't checked it, in the last week, but you would never even know that man was the Bachelor based on his Instagram. He wasn't nothing to do with it, because in a way it wrecked him. But did it bring him the love of his life? We'll find out. Time will tell on that. And that's your showbiz top 5.
Thanks, Kelly.
Ever wonder what we do when we're not on the air?
That's all I do. I get naked when I get home.
Check out our blogs on KidNation.com. It's the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Now is the chance to use reliable energy to grow your money with the Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. Our new investment product offers competitive returns, no maintenance fees, and flexible online access to your money. Make the reliable investment in reliable energy. The Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. To find out more, go online to reliabilityinvestment.com. That's reliabilityinvestment.com.
Summer's here, and it's time to treat yourself at Torrid. Whether you're headed to a barbecue or back to work, Torrid has it all for summer and beyond. Shop our life-changing bras, sexy swimwear, bombshell jeans, and softest tees ever. All designed to fit your curves perfectly. So refresh your wardrobe from head to toe and save up to 50% off during our semi-annual sale. Happening now at your local Torrid store and online at torrid.com.